Hey everybody, how are you? So I've done a video before in the past about what it was like working at Tesla, and it was my anniversary, and it was like just a really quick put together thing. I didn't edit it, I didn't really think much about it, I just kind of posted it online, and it went kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie, it went kind of nuts. But since that video, that was October, and now we are in the very beginning of March, so much has changed, so much has happened. It's been absolutely nuts. So I felt we had to do an update. We had to just kind of like include you guys on all the craziness. Everything's just changing all the time. So I thought it was a good time to make a video, just put it out there. Let's go over some of the changes within Tesla. And I'm not doing outside stuff. I'm not doing stuff that does not affect my department personally. There's plenty of news of Tesla all over. You can find it anywhere. Some of it is accurate, some of it is not. But if it doesn't change me or pertain to me, I don't try to follow it, I don't listen to it, and I honestly don't care. I try not to think about it, and I try not to get influenced by it. So these changes are only changes directed to me and my area specifically. So, in January, we had massive layoffs. I think it was 7% this time, but this time affected my area so much greater than when they did the 9%. If you guys watched my previous video, which if you did, you probably hated it, but oh well, you're back again, so hello. If you watched my previous video, you heard that before I got my promotion, I was at a building across the street. I was on 2 different shifts there. And from both of those entire shifts, there's only like 6 people left. Everyone from the night shift is basically gone. It was a huge, massive layoff from a vicinity that I worked at. So it was like huge, brutal. And in my department alone, there was only a few. In my building, there was kind of a big number, but I don't work with them or really see them on a daily basis because the building is divided up in like 2 sections. I'm on the back half, so I don't really associate with the people that use the front. Like, we're not enemies or anything by any means, but I just don't go that way. It's super inconvenient for me, so I didn't see them every day, so they're gone and I miss them and that's super sad, but it wasn't like a big daily change to us, if that makes any sense at all. You see people that you've worked with for so long suddenly not have a job. A lot of the people that I know are husbands that have kids, and they're the sole provider for their family. So in that case, that breaks my heart because I know your family needed that money, and I know you're gonna find another job, and I know you're gonna be great and taken care of, and you're gonna be blessed. But just like this in-between time really makes me feel just horrible for them. The camera does not want to focus. So yes, that is how that went. The day before the massive layoffs was a Thursday, and that was our Fridays. We've always worked, well, not always, but for the majority of the time that I've been at the building I am now, we were working 10 hours a day, 4 days a week, and that's the best schedule ever. You're off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That is amazing. That's like the best thing in the world. And we had a meeting, everyone came together, our supervisors were there. They were like, hey, we're gonna work Fridays. And we're like, okay, why? Like, for how long? Like, overtime? And they're like, no, forever. Forever. Our work schedule now is Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day, and the times have changed, so this is the time you'll be working. And that's it. Like, goodbye. Like, have a good weekend. We seriously had like 2 minutes before we had to clock out, and that's when they told us our meeting. Well, we probably had like 30 minutes, but our meeting lasted forever because everyone was like in shock and asking questions and like, what do you mean? What do you mean I gotta come here on a Friday? You're crazy. So yeah. And then when we were off that next Friday, everyone was getting laid off. Everybody was texting each other and calling each other. I got so many phone calls and text messages and seeing if I was okay, if I was still there, if I got a phone call, like what the news is. Everybody, people that I don't even have their number saved on my phone were like, I just got a phone call, it was great working with you, like, good luck, see you later. And I'm like, yeah, you too, like, trying not to be rude and be like, who is this? But like, your girl got a new phone. I have no numbers. Like, how do I know you? Who are you? Who am I never gonna see again? Like, please help me out. So that was crazy. But I was not one of the ones laid off. I was expecting to be. Tesla seen that I made a video. I got talked about HR about my video. I was expecting to like be one of the ones on there, but I wasn't. Maybe that's just because my supervisor likes me. That's what I'm thinking. I think it's like a supervisor thing, but I don't know. I mean, who really knows? They let off like everyone but 2 people from one of my shifts, and then they laid off everyone but like 3 or 4 people from another shift. So at that point, like, you can't even tell. They even laid off both of my old supervisors. So like, who even knows? Who even knows? So that was a crazy weekend. And then yesterday there was a meeting and they were like, we're no longer gonna have this location. Like, everyone in this whole building is moving and everything in this building is moving. So goodbye, little kids. And I live in California and I pay the stupid expensive prices it is to live in California, but not Bay Area prices. That's on some next level right there. Like, that is not something that little cheapo Deborah is gonna be doing. I don't do things like that. That is way over my limit. And now they want us to be working in either New York or in the Bay Area. And so I am not going to be one of those people. I'm not going to be transferring with them. If that means I'm fired or laid off or anything, like, that's just what it's going to be. I've talked about it with my husband. I've talked about it with my kids. And it just does not make sense. And since the layoffs, everyone has already been like looking for another job interviews and tests and everything. Like, everyone I know has been just searching because they want something a little bit more permanent, a little bit more like settled, not so much changes. And now with this change, everyone right now is saying like, oh, forget this, I'm just gonna leave. But I think in the long run, you have to see like who really means it and who doesn't. But for me and my family, we're not making anything. If I'm not with my kids, it doesn't add up. And if I'm spending a fortune on gas, it doesn't add up. And just like my health and my sleep and my life, it's just not worth it for any amount of money. I'm not saying like Tesla pay me more to be working in the Bay Area or anything like that, because we already get Bay Area pay, so I would stay at the same pay level. So like, I'm not asking for anything more, but I just know that for me, I couldn't handle it and it's not a good fit for my family. So, and it's like nothing against, like, if you don't want to be in a certain area, if you don't feel like it's successful or adequate, like, go ahead, like, change it up, do what you gotta do. But you know, this is an update video, so I'm updating you guys on my video. So it looks like my time with Tesla will be drawing to a near. I don't really know what I want to do. I'm like looking around. Part of me just wants to stay home, and then a part of me is like, oh my god, I'm gonna be nuts because I'm nuts right now and I've been home all day. So I'm like, oh, every day of this is just gonna go nuts. But a part of me, you know, wants to find something else and branch out and do something else and do something new. A few people I know are starting their own companies now after this change happens. And so I'm, you know, looking to see what's going on. But I feel like I have so many options and they're pretty much limitless because I can pretty much do anything I want. It's just finding out what I want to do. It's been really difficult. I've had like a really big thing on this. And this is before yesterday's meeting. This is before they told us we were going to leave and go to Fremont. This was right after the last layoffs. I was like, I just want something that's more secure. Like, I want to be able to quit it when I'm ready and not get let go and not be looking for something else. And I want hours that are pretty consistent. And I want something where it's going to stay like they said it was going to stay. So yeah, that's that for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Look at another person to join us in our video. Come here. If you're gonna get in the video, you're gonna do it full on. This is my husband.
Hello, I'm only here for a second. I'm here to pick up my title.
They all say that. Be sure to take off the license plate frame. Your title's right here, mister.
You have it?
So that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave your nice, wonderful comments in the bottom like I know you will. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey everybody. You would not believe how difficult it is to just record a video at my house. No one ever calls me, but I turn on my camera and I get like 5 phone calls, I get text messages, my husband's selling a car, people are coming to my house, my son was supposed to be driven around to fall asleep, he's woken up crying, like not even in the car, like I just need a minute. I just need a minute to record a video. That's all. That's all I need. Like, give me a minute. So, now that that's out of the way, hey guys, how you doing? My camera will not focus. I don't know. It needs a minute too. Just one of those days.